All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Soon said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepted members to not only the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the memberships right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, rundown on memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General, strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing, amazing course. You can get a preview by clicking the link in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers meet once a week discussing very important, very vital, powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Get over there, get a preview of the course, become a brother, become a member today. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount. Shop and save, save and shop. And everybody know the General got the popping his page on Patreon. By far, we got that fire coming up. Ishmael, the Ishmael Enigma, the Paradox of Islam. I want you to get over there. It's over. You already know when we say it's over, that means it's fire. I want you to get over there, get that work. We got that ancient Carthage and Phoenicia, masters of the Mediterranean Sea. We also got the biblical creation story exposed. This presentation will turn your world upside down. For the Kemetic Cushite studies, Netters of Chaos, Taret, and Sobek. I want you to get over there. This is a powerful, powerful, powerful presentation. And lastly, for today, Electric Melanin and the Explosive Black Mind, as we study again and again on Black Divinity. Patreon, the link is at the top. Get that work, family. And to all the family that donate to the General, I thank you, appreciate you. Those would like to donate, link is in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell, get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. Then comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. Wow, boy, they got some explosive shit going on, boy, with old Donald Trump. Yeah, they got that. They got some weird and wild shit going on. They saying that Donald Trump then met his wife Melania at Epstein's, man. They saying Melania Trump was in a fucking Epstein circle. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is crazy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, they saying that they didn't met Melania over, Donald Trump met Melania Trump, today his wife, over at Epstein. So you already know. You already know. And they saying that they ain't been seeing her at the White House. Say she done took a leave of absence because it's going to come out. It's going to goddamn come out that, that's where he met her. And they all, these are some old perverted motherfuckers, and they shipping them. They probably shipping them out of Ukraine and all over the world. Yeah, this is some wild, wild shit right here, man. I mean, goddamn, you got enough nerve to run with for the presidency, and you got this much goddamn baggage. Goddamn. This motherfucker got luggages, man, straight up full of goddamn controversies and all type of wicked shit. But yeah, they saying, and I say, wow, man, I got this guy. We're going to take we're going to get a little preview of what he talking about, man, and it's crazy. And you know, once they get and I'm one of the first ones that you're gonna hear about it from in the community. Cause I mean, I fuck, we can't be, we got to know what we dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas acting like they about, you not about to get nothing. You better get up off of this ship. This is a motherfucking ship already underwater, nigga. You dead already. You know, it remind me of that goddamn movie. I think, what the name of that movie? It was called, I believe it was called Ghost. It had, what's her name? Nicole Kidman in it. Have y'all ever seen that movie when she had her 2 kids and they was in this house? And when it come on, you know, it was like it was ghosts in the house. You feel what I'm saying? They would be hearing doors shut and shit, and seeing little kids and hearing little kids and shit in the house, all kind of weird shit, you know. And one of the children, you had the, you know, they couldn't, you know, one of the little kids couldn't take sunlight. You know what I'm saying? And so they had to keep all the motherfucking shades in the house closed and shit. Because if light was in there and if the kid come in there, the motherfucker could hurt, you know, go into seizures and shit. And so, you know, so they went through all this movie and we watched this shit. And at the end of the goddamn movie, when it started to come to the climax, they thought that they was hearing ghosts, right? And they thought that motherfucker, you know, but the reality was they was hearing the living. They was dead. That shit was fucked up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know. And so all the bumps and shit, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they couldn't take the light because they was dead and shit. Yeah, the shit was crazy. They couldn't even leave the fucking off the grounds of the house because I think that she had either killed the children in the house and shit and crazy shit because her husband had died in a war. This was some 1800 shit. You know what I'm saying? So they had died in the house and shit, and but it's crazy. You know, you wake up and you don't know, you nigga, you on the ship, you dead, nigga. You thinking some of you motherfuckers don't realize this shit. Nigga, you already under. Nigga, you under the water. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it mean by, I understand when they talking about, you know, a hologram, but it's esoterical, philosophical. You don't understand that you keep thinking something coming, it's already here. Yeah, it's real, but the reality is the world is real, but the concept of what you live in is not real. You see, so that's just like being in a goddamn demiurge. That's just like being in, it is a matrix. You don't realize you already fucking dead with these motherfuckers and you under the water. And when you wake up, you don't realize you already under the water. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they came to realize. They was dead. You're dead. You're dead. You see what I'm saying? And so we got this crazy ass video right here. He gonna run this shit down, family. If you're in the house, goddamn it, put a black fist in the goddamn the chat for me right now. If you're in the house right there, put a black fist in the chat for me. And let me know you're out there. Drop it in for me, family.
Melania, that's a question that I have asked. Where is Melania? That's a question that I have asked before, that many people have asked. As Donald Trump became president, has had scandals, some successes. It's strange that he seems to see his wife so little, but in this time in particular, when the Epstien thing has been swamping his presidency for multiple weeks, and a lot of people, including many right-wingers, are speculating about what exactly Donald Trump did, as more and more details of his long friendship with one of the most notorious perverts in American history are released on a daily basis. Where's the wife? I think a lot of people are wondering, and is her absence from his side indicative that she, like many people, is growing increasingly suspicious?
So you know what? And she ain't suspicious of shit because she already know. She already know. She already know. She come out of Epstien camp. They already said it. She come up out of goddamn Epstien camp. That's where he got. And so I guess Trump going to get some, going and getting some girls from Epstein, and Epstein getting some girls from Donald Trump. And they actually, man, listen, this is sounding like they in the same, they doing the same thing, but they got their own. He got his island. He got his island, and then and Donald Trump got his little, his Mar-a-Lago and shit like that. Yeah, so they both doing some very weird, and they interacted, and they technically, they in business. They doing some of the same shit. That's the reality. He just said that Epstein took the girl from over at his spa. The girl even committed suicide. I think she died. But the girl that they talking about, that she committed suicide because she was a young girl and she was working for Donald Trump, and Epstein came and got her and shit, and whatever he did, and just, him and that wicked bitch that they got locked up right now, and they didn't let her into a minimum security. They saying she didn't went to a minimum security. She in they saying this motherfucker club fed. They over there, chilling. She living way better right now than she was over there. She in some good shit, what they saying. She didn't went to club fed. She not over there where she was. And so, yeah, they didn't already hooked her up. She didn't already made the agreement. And so they'll send her over there for a minute. And then it won't be long, and they'll give her a goddamn pardon. They'll ease her on up out of there. That's what they're going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do. But they're going to give her some air. Now she can watch TV. She probably got her own room, nice room and shit, bed and, TV, computers and shit. Yeah. Probably, can walk around and shit. When you're in a minimum security like that, they probably can walk around more freely and shit. Got access to a whole lot of luxuries that they wouldn't have. So she didn't already, she already is in, they didn't already got her up out of there. You see, but she's responsible for destroying so many goddamn lives, over 1,000 goddamn people. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. And they got to talk about what a nigga do. And that don't mean we don't check our people, but goddamn, these motherfuckers is committing truly heinous crimes that, back in the day, they probably just gone and hang a motherfucker and get a motherfucker on up out of there. You see, go on and put them on the firing squad and get them on up out of there. You see, so, Melania didn't went AWOL. They didn't put her out of there. He didn't put her out there. Go somewhere and sit down. So, she gonna go back home. She gonna go over there where her people's at over there, and wherever, Ukraine, Russia, wherever she come from, she gonna go sit her ass down somewhere so that, she ain't nowhere to be found, so she don't have to be questioned. They ain't gonna find her no time soon, because they gonna question her ass no different than they question. Did you know this? We see pictures with you, and so she ain't gonna make no type of like, how they have little what they call that shit, not lectures, but when you go to events, yeah, she won't be doing no special events, because somebody they gonna side, they gonna side swipe her ass with a question. You see what they gonna blindside her ass with a question. They're gonna be like, did you know that this was going on? We see pictures with you. Were you over at Epstein? Did you mess with Epstein? And you got the president's wife out there, and she gotta ask questions, and she know good and goddamn well that's what she was doing. She was intertwined into that lifestyle and shit, and this, that, and man, that's some really foul shit that they caught up into. Let's play this back.
perverts in American history are released on a daily basis. Where's the wife? I think a lot of people are wondering. And is her absence from his side indicative that she, like many people, is growing increasingly suspicious? Spoiler alert, no, she doesn't need an excuse to not spend time with him. But we are getting more details coming out from people in the know about Melania and how she met Donald Trump, what social circles she moved in, that maybe give an alternative explanation as to why she doesn't want to pop up very much in these conversations. And so bear in mind, this comes from Michael Wolff, a journalist who's written a lot about politics. He has had basically unprecedented access to political figures, including Donald Trump. That said, what he says is often disputed by Donald Trump, so we'll give you that caveat. And he says that Melania was very involved in Jeffrey Epstein's social circle, and that is apparently how she actually met Donald Trump in the first place. Wolff said she's introduced by a model agent, both of whom Trump and Epstein are involved with. She's introduced to Trump that way. Epstein knew her well. Trump and the future First Lady reportedly first met in September 1998 through Paolo Zempoli, the founder of ID Models, the guy or the organization that helped Melania emigrate to the United States in the first place. Zempoli had his own ties to Epstein and to Ghislaine Maxwell as well, according to Politico. In explosive tapes first recorded by Wolff, Epstein alleged that Trump liked to F his friends' wives and first slept with Melania on his Lolita Express. That's what Epstein said. And so she was a factor in the social thing. Again, that's not asserting that she did anything wrong or necessarily knew that anything bad was happening, but she was on the flights. She was in that social circle. And Zempoli, by the way, is still a figure in this whole thing politically. Since March 2025, Zempoli has served as Trump's special representative for global partnerships. He apparently has a giant oil painting of Trump in his Georgetown mansion. So they have maintained.
That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. That's really weird. So I mean, if I'm reading between the lines, I mean, is anybody reading between? Yeah, she was a concubine. Epstein. Yeah, Epstein didn't. With Melania. Yeah, you think because that's who you were? Yeah. Oh man, Trump. Man, they saying he liked to hit it. Whoa, man. Oh man. Whoa. Yeah. In the younger days, yeah, it don't make no difference. It's on the record. Whoa. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. They just say it all. So they sharing Melania and shit back in the day, and ain't no telling you get into that type of shit. So yeah, they swapping and shit. Oh wow, man. That's wild, man. Yeah, they in serious trouble.
Their friendship, even if eventually Donald Trump stopped his with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Melania disputes this characterization of the beginning of their relationship. She says that she first met Trump at New York's Kit Kat Club, which just sounds like the most Epstein sounding place I've ever heard of. But anyway, and in her book, she talks about how he came up to her and started like basically trying to talk her up while with another date of his. Again, just pitching him in the most flattering light or whatever. And she thought, oh, he's so fascinating. And he was with another woman. And so she definitely thought that there wasn't anything there. It was just, a friendly conversation, because obviously Donald Trump didn't have an aura of being, an adulterer for literally decades at this point. And so she would have you believe that it has nothing to do with anything, okay? And maybe that's true. Still, like if it was the Clinton years and Clinton was in this sort of scandal, remember he had his own big scandal for a long time. I don't know, the fact that like he doesn't have the woman in his life who's supposed to be closest and know him best, doesn't seem to want to have anything to do with him during all this time. That seems very strange to me. What do you think, Jer?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. That's wild. That's wild. That's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? So They really unraveling his motherfucking. This shit is big. You know what I'm saying? This shit, I told you, it's gonna be so many goddamn rabbit holes, and and they gonna jump down. It's gonna be so much shit that's gonna be exposed during this shit gonna be bigger than Clinton. It's gonna be bigger than Watergate. It's gonna be so many. It's gonna be so much shit that come out of this. That this gonna be a series on TV for years to come. They got so many episodes with some shit like this. They got so many spinoffs already that you can make out of this. Yeah. Say yeah. I know you is, but goddamn it, they running the goddamn presidency. So we can't let them go to sleep. We can't let them go to sleep behind the wheel, because all our ass gonna go to hell. You say you hope Putin come and get them? Yeah, shit. Putin was probably on the island too. Shit, knowing him, shit, he was on the island too. Shit, he was on the island too. But anyway, family, the question is, did Trump meet his wife Melania through Epstein? Did Epstein have Melania first? That's what they saying. And and he met him just like all the concubine, and bringing them from overseas, trafficking. Man, this shit is really, really, this is some shit. I love it. They open up on these Neanderthals. Show them for what they are. Show them for the wickedness that we know what it is. From the highest up down to the lowest of the goddamn earth. Yeah. You keep missing the show. I'm coming right, Black. We got one more for the family. Come on, Black. This is General Sarah Soon said. He said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.